Maggie to the rescue!
Hey everybody, Maggie's here with this beautiful little Ariel doll, Ariel from the Little Mermaid, and I just did a hair restoration video on her. Her hair was crazy before and now it's just beautiful. I've been moving her all around and it's really kept its shape, so I feel thrilled about that. So check that video out. And also she was in my Barbie haul video, the first one, and this tail and this top came in the haul as well, which obviously is way too big. So that's what we're going to focus on today, is making a replacement top. So I'm going to demonstrate on this what I did. I did create a couple, which I'll show you later, but I'm going to do a demo on this first. And then I'm going to paint the ones that I made and see how they turn out. They might be a little crude, a little rough, but I'm hoping for this purpose it will work. So stay tuned and I'm going to get all set up. All right, so we have this dress form. It's pretty much the same shape and size as Ariel, so that's great. And I'm just going to cut some of this plaster wrap. So I am just going to fold this over to make it thicker. You could probably even fold it over one more time if you want it even thicker. Maybe I'll try that because I didn't on the others. So the sides of this is scalloped, kind of like a shell. Maybe I'll give that a shot, but I don't think it's that necessary because I don't think you can really see the sides very well. So then, couldn't be easier. You literally just take this and dip it in the water, and then I smooth it because that activates the plaster. Can you see that that's smoothing it down? It's not gonna actually stick to it for good. So do you see that I've just placed it right over the bust? And then this is the only thing that you really have to do, which is just to take your two fingers and go like this, just to gather it and smooth it down. So it's really that simple. So if you wanted to be a little bit more scalloped, like, have lines on it like this, then you could add those with a toothpick. I kind of just want the natural lines of this to be what defines that. But I am going to get a toothpick and just work with this a little bit. I'm just gonna gather it a little bit more and sort of push down this center piece. Make a little bit of a line. So I'm gonna let that dry for a little bit. And then while it's still sort of damp, then I'm going to remove it. I'm going to put a hole here and a hole here to be able to tie it around the doll. So here are the ones that I already made. This one's the one I like the best. I think it fits her pretty cutely. And then this one's a little rougher. It's the first one I did. I'm just going to go ahead and paint it as well because I want to see, I don't know, just experiment with it a little bit. And then I punch little holes in each of the ends too, which I'll show you how I do that. But I'm going to get the dolls out of the way so they don't get any paint on them. And I'm going to use an emery board and just file them down just a little bit I don't want to take much of the plaster off, so I don't want to do too much of this. Just to get a little bit of roughness off. I'm going to depend on the paint to really make these look good as opposed to what they look like right now. Hopefully they'll look better. Okay, so I'm just going to get these set up to paint, and I'm just going to use some purple paint, but I do have purple nail polish, which I might actually try maybe on this one. I just realized this is drying pretty quickly, so let me try to get this off. First, I'm just going to wipe this down. It comes off really easily. Look at that. And no Vaseline or anything needed. So this one's much bigger, so let me see what that looks like on her. What do you think? I think I'm going to let that dry, and then maybe I'll trim it a little bit. I sort of like the one that fits her well. This one. Sort of like that better. But I'm going to try to sort of push on it a little bit to make it form to her a little more. Well, no, this might be better because it's a little bit stiffer and more like a shell. That's how the little scalloped parts did. It's kind of cool because it sort of looks a little bit like a fishtail. I'll let that dry and we'll experiment with that as well. So I'm just going to put the paint directly on this piece of cardboard because it doesn't really matter. I needed to shake that better. So that's pretty dark. So I'm going to add a little bit of white to it. Okay. Just gonna let that dry. And now I'm gonna put nail polish on this one. I like the idea of enamel. It's not quite the right color, but oh, that's interesting. It's kind of not working on it. Do you see that? That's terrible. I'm not even going to continue. I don't like that at all. I think it's almost dry completely. Needs a little bit more drying time, but I am going to show you how I put holes in the side. So I think about here and here, so that it doesn't mess with her arms going up and down. So I just go like this on the sponge. Let's see, so you can see this. Go a little bit above it and just punch through the sponge. Makes a nice hole. Same here. So I'll be able to put a little ribbon or string through that. So I'm going to go ahead and paint this too. I like this color paint. Oh, I see this is sort of affecting the plaster. I didn't think about that. So the wetness of the paint is actually making it soft again, so it's going to have to dry all over again. I'm going to do another layer of paint on this one. So it's just a clear gloss medium on top. So I have an idea, which is to make little stripes like the original one by just scratching with the tool. It's probably a mistake, but I just feel compelled to try it. So my idea was really just to make some grooves to put darker color in to make it look a little bit more like the idea of the shell. So I'm going to see if I can. It's so uneven that I'm not sure how I'm feeling about this. Did a little bit more work off camera, but it's okay. We'll see. So I did a little bit more work on both of them, just getting them a little bit shinier, another coat of paint, and more of the gloss medium. And on this one. And I also painted a little bit more to make the line a little bit more subtle. So let's look at her in them. Excuse me, Maggie. So that's the larger one that's more like a shell kind of look, a little stiffer. It's okay. It's kind of cute. And then here is the smaller one. That fits her bust better. You can see more of her waist. I am just going to surprise you with the one that I choose to put on her. So we'll get ready for the big reveal. Okay, so I ended up adding sparkle to both of them. For the smaller one that Ariel is wearing, I put real fine glitter and I combined 3 colors to give it a more iridescent look, and I actually put the gloss medium on top, which added to a sort of iridescent look instead of like rough glitter. And then on the one that Maggie is wearing, I put glitter nail polish. So I was able to put nail polish on top of the gel medium. So I'm happier because they're more special now, and I hope you like them too. So let's take a look at her before. Oh my goodness. That's pretty much how she was when I found her. And here she is after. Well, that was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed it too. You can do all sorts of things to give a mermaid her top, like fabric stiffener and cloth or use Fimo, which I actually did in the beginning, but it didn't turn out so well, so I didn't share it. But, you can just experiment and have fun. For those of you who have subscribed, thank you so much. And if you haven't yet, please be sure to like and subscribe. I have lots more show and tells and restorations and craft projects to come. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Like and subscribe. Thank you.